Hi, I'm Jeffrey Palermo reporting live from the Development and Architecture Center, and with me here is Brady Gaster, who's a senior program manager on the .NET team. Brady, my friend, how are you, sir?
Doing great, man. How's it going?
It's good. Man, there's so much energy around here, and lots of people coming up to this booth. But one thing we're highlighting today, and of course this is Developer Day here at Ignite, is SignalR, and you are the world's biggest fan of SignalR, is that right?
I would say just south of David Fowler. Yeah, I'm probably the world's biggest fan. David Fowler and Damian Edwards created it a couple years back. I've always been like its cheerleader. So now I'm the PM for it, and I work on other things like microservices and some other stuff as well. But SignalR was kind of my claim to fame coming into Microsoft, and that's kind of what I've stuck with, and I really enjoy it. So it's been a lot of fun.
And it's embedded everywhere, but for those of you who are not familiar with SignalR, there's content throughout the rest of the week, but can we give just an overview, an architectural overview of what it is and what need it satisfies before we really dive in?
We totally can. It's a great question. So I answered this question earlier. We were chatting about it, and one of the things that I wanted to talk, one of the ways I like to answer this question is, imagine when you are getting started as a web developer and your PM comes to you, and he says something like, they don't want to have to refresh the browser. Like, we know it's going to update a lot, and they're going to have to see those updates come in real time. That real time part is always really scary for a web developer because HTTP is not real time. You make a request, you get a response. So 7 or 8 years ago, when David and Damian started working on SignalR, there was this new thing that was coming out called WebSockets, but WebSockets wasn't really ubiquitous. Now it's everywhere. You know, all the kids today, they know that they don't know the pain of not having WebSockets. So what David and Damian did was they created SignalR, which is essentially an abstraction written in JavaScript, originally written in JavaScript and .NET. Now we've got clients for .NET, .NET Core, JavaScript. We're going to have a C++ client soon. We've got a Xamarin, obviously Xamarin client, so you can go pretty much anywhere. And we've got a native Java client as well. So the idea behind it is, originally, we would basically say we would make a negotiation request, which would basically say, can you support WebSockets? If the server and the client both supported WebSockets, we would run WebSockets. If for whatever reason they didn't run WebSockets, we would basically back off. We would try long polling and server sent events, scratch that, reverse it, server sent events, and then long polling. We would just basically back off until we got to one that we could actually do. So the nice thing was, if you wanted to program against WebSockets, it's not going to be the last great web technology that comes out. There'll be something beyond WebSockets. So if you program the SignalR, whenever that thing comes out and we add it to SignalR, you don't have to change your code. It just smartly defaults and backs off. So that's kind of the idea. SignalR gives you real-time capability so you don't have to hit the refresh button.
Okay, so if I'm distilling it down to a bumper sticker, a website can call back to the server, but with SignalR, I can actually have code on the server call back out to all the people running my site or app?
Exactly, that's exactly right. You could actually have, think about a web browser making a request. That's more like a GET. The server pushing it out would be like a push, so a server push. That was kind of the original thing. We were talking about server push and server send events and those kinds of ideas. The WebSocket thing is where you've got both the client and the server are constantly connected, and whenever anything happens on one side, the other side will get it. The nice thing about SignalR is whenever one thing happens on the server, you can actually send a message to all the clients. So I could actually send a message to one client, I could send a message just to Jeffrey, I could send a message to all the clients that Jeffrey is currently connected on, his phone, his browser, 2 browser tabs, whatever, or I could send it to everybody. So you could send one message with one line of code that goes out to probably 1 million different users.
That seems like a pretty hard problem to solve. 1 million different people on your website, and somehow they're all connected. What are some application examples that puts that into practice?
Cool. I said 1 million. I was being really forgiving. It's not. People don't really do 1 million. If you do 1 million, then you have to do what's called scaling it out, and that's a really complicated concept we won't get into right now. So how do people use this? I'll go ahead and give Fowler some props here. Chat. Chat's really the canonical way. You know, I want to send a message and I want that message to go to the whole room. I might want to have different rooms. The idea behind SignalR is you can actually group different clients together. So I could send a message to just these users or just those users, et cetera, et cetera. So chat's a big one. Dashboarding is another big one. So if you've got a dashboard and whenever things, data is updated on the server side, you just want the client to update. That's another great example. A lot of folks also use SignalR for messaging. So almost, I don't want to say it's a pub sub system because it's non-durable. SignalR is as durable as the underlying connection. So if the connection were to break, your messages aren't going to get there. So.
Okay, so if developers are thinking or trying to wrap their head around it, what are the options of running the server-side part of SignalR?
It's a great question. So you've got two different ways that you could do that. It runs in .NET Core. So you could either self-host it. You could literally have we have a doc on our wonderful documentation site here on how to actually run SignalR in a background job. So you could actually have a background job that's either hosting a SignalR hub, what's called a hub. It's like, think about a wheel. That's the center of the wheel, and everything comes out of it, all those hubs. So essentially you could host it inside of your own process, or you could host it inside of like an ASP.NET app. On the serverless side, we actually have a service in Azure called the Azure SignalR service. So if you wanted to do something like use Azure functions, or in this case IoT, like our little IoT device over here, whenever something happens, you wanted to send a message to the cloud, and then you want to update all your dashboards or update everything in real time, you could actually do that using the Azure SignalR service, and you don't even need to deploy a web app. You've just got the service, and then you could actually use the Azure functions, what's called the Azure functions bindings for SignalR, to basically decorate your Azure functions and then pass messages in and out. So you do have that capability.
Okay, well, let's break it down and simplify before we go into scale. There's some developers that have, maybe they only have, 5 different clients, but they're thinking, wait a minute, my server can now call back to the client, and maybe they have some web application with a dashboard or a screen, maybe just for a sales team that shows, oh, here's how many deals you closed today, and they want to have it auto refresh instead of just having the page refresh. If they're in their own data center, how many clients can they expect just a regular single server to handle? Just reasonable expectations.
That's a great question, and you're going to hate me. I have to say it depends. And if you think about messaging, using SignalR for a messaging, subsystem, we talked to one customer and they were like, well, how big should my messages be? And we said, ideally small. And they said, what about 380K? And we went, not 380K. So that was huge. And in that case, they weren't really caching anything on the client side. They were sending all the data all the time. Don't do that. Don't do that. I couldn't give you a hard and fast number. Now, what I can tell you is the Azure SignalR service, when you look at the slider and you think about like buying units, you can actually have 100,000 concurrent connections on one instance of Azure SignalR service.
That's insane. That's more, wow, that's insane. Now, this week at Ignite, Blazor is being talked about all over the place. There's huge excitement with Blazor, and it's been said that SignalR is part of, sort of, inside Blazor. How so?
Not even part of. I would go almost as far as to say Blazor probably wouldn't be possible. It would be possible, but it would be really, really hard without SignalR. SignalR is, like you mentioned earlier, SignalR is one of those things that we're now not just using SignalR for SignalR's sake, we're building things on top of SignalR, such as the Azure SignalR service, such as Blazor. In the case of Blazor, the idea is when something happens on the server, I want to re-render my HTML and then pass that HTML back up to the client. But in the Blazor case, they've really customized it, and instead of having just a normal SignalR hub, you've got the Blazor hub. Now, you can't really programmatically get at the Blazor hub the way you can get at a SignalR hub, and there's obvious reasons for that. We're doing things in that hub to enable Blazor, you know what I mean? But that is kind of the underpinning of Blazor. If you load up a Blazor app in your client, a server-side Blazor app, be very clear here, if you load up a server-side Blazor app in your client, and you open up your dev tools, you'll see that there's a WebSocket connection going back to your server, or a SSD connection, or whatever you might have to be running. So it does create a connection back to the server, and that's how Blazor updates on the server and then passes everything back down to the client. It's like AOT, ahead of time compilation, or ahead of time. What is that, AOT?
Well, there's so much talk around Blazor and what it does, but then the clients for SignalR, you've got a JavaScript client, but Blazor, you don't even have to write any code whatsoever, and you get automatic updates. So for people who are really energized by this talk, what session or multiple sessions should they be paying attention to later on in this conference?
Well, the session that I'm going to be giving tomorrow is going to be a theater session, and this session is adding interactivity to your apps with SignalR. It is a theater session, so it's only going to be about 25 minutes, but I'll be in the booth all week. So if you want to talk about SignalR either before that or after that, feel free to come on by. I'll be in the .NET booth. You know where we are, so you can come over here and talk. I would advise that you come to this session and check it out. But then I would also advise that you kind of go online and look at, we've got a bunch of other sessions. Anthony Chu, for example, has a lot of demos and great sessions online about the Azure SignalR service and what he's been able to do with that. So if you want to look at it from the serverless capacity, I would advise you take a look at Anthony Chu's CHU, some of his sessions as well, because he's got some fantastic demos and sessions out there to kind of show you how to do it, especially on the serverless side, because he focuses on that. So.
Yeah, great tips. And James Montemagno has been talking about how easy it is to use it with mobile applications. And so from the Development and Architecture Center right in front of Theater 6, where this is going to happen a little bit later on this week, we're at the .NET booth, and I'm here with Brady Gaster. I'm Jeffrey Palermo reporting live. Now back to the live stage.